Welcome to Raj Technologies, and in the last session we have started with Spring Security and we have seen the introduction, and in this Spring Security we are going to discuss the concepts like the introduction part which we have done in the last session, and we are going to see what is this authentication, authorization, and we will be developing a Spring Security in Spring Boot. We will be developing the Spring Security application, and we'll understand about in-memory authentication, user detail service, and how to go with this user registration and login application using Spring Security. And even we are going to discuss JWT Security and OAuth 2.0. And what is this Spring Security? Whenever we take a application, we need to secure our application. In order to protect our application, we need to use Spring Security, and it is one of the module in Spring Framework, and Spring Security is used to secure our web applications and even REST APIs. And even we have discussed about what is authentication and authorization. Authentication means verifying who can access the application. User identity. We'll enter our username and password now, that is called as authentication to access our application. Authorization means verifying which user can access which functionalities. Like it is based on the user roles. It can be manager or admin or consumer or employee, like that. So based on the user role, they can able to access the functionalities, that is called as authorization. In today's session, we will be developing our Spring Security application in STS Spring Toolsuite. For that, let me open Spring Toolsuite. Let us create one Spring Starter project. So whatever the example we are seeing today regarding Spring Security, this we call HTTP basic authentication. Whatever we are discussing today, what we call it as HTTP basic authentication. Okay, this example we are going to discuss today. For this, let me open Spring Toolsuite, create one Spring Starter project, file, new Spring Starter project. Let me go with the name Spring Boot Security app, type Maven, Java version 17, then go with the group com.rajtech, then go with some package com.springboot.security. Now click on next. Here we need to add the dependencies. We are going to add Spring Web. Then let us go with the Spring Boot DevTools. Next one, let us make use of Lombok. And the very important one, Spring Security. We can even add this dependency Spring Security. See what dependencies we have added: Spring Web, Spring Boot DevTools, Lombok, and finally Spring Security. Now click on Finish button. See the dependencies which got added, the status. So the project is getting created. Now open pym.xml file. See here the starters which got added here, Spring Boot Starter Security. So when we add this dependency Spring Boot Starter Security, it comes with the basic HTTP security here. It comes with what? HTTP basic authentication. And even it has added the starters Spring Boot Starter Web MVC, DevTools, and Lombok. So these dependencies got added in our pym.xml file. Now let us create one REST API. Let us create one REST controller class in our package. Right click on package and create one class. Let me go with the name, any name you can use. I'm going with hello REST controller. Hello REST controller. Now how to mark it as a REST controller class? Using the annotation @REST controller. Now, in this class, let us create one method, public string, say hello, where we are going to return hello everyone, some message. Now, do the mapping @get mapping / hello, @get mapping / hello. Now, import the respective packages. Now, run this project. How to run? Right click and say run as Spring Boot app. Once we run this project, now here in our console screen, you can see Spring generated a password here. Using generated security password, this is the password in order to access our application. So this only we call HTTP basic authentication. Now let me open browser and check now. Go with the API http://localhost:8080/hello. Now see, it is asking you to sign in now because we have applied the HTTP basic authentication. So for this HTTP basic authentication, the username will be what? User, and the password. So what is the password? We have to copy it from our console. Copy it from where? From our console once we run our project. So copy this and paste over here. Paste the password. Now click on sign in. See, we are getting our message, hello everyone. If you go with wrong password, if you go with any wrong password, it is going to say invalid credentials. Then how to do it in our Postman? Go to Postman, and here what is our API? The method call is get http://localhost:8080/hello. Now when you click on send, see what it is saying, see unauthorized. You are unauthorized to access this application. Then how to provide security now? Now go to this authentication, see authorization. Now here we need to go with the basic authentication. Select the tab authorization, go here basic authentication, provide the username. What is the username? User. Password, the password what we have copied from our console. Now click on send. Now we are getting, see the message, hello everyone. So what we have to choose? Paste your API, authorization. Then here what we have to do? We have to select your authentication type as basic authentication, provide username and password. The password what we have copied from the console. Now, whenever we run the project again, if you stop this project and if you run the project once again, that is whenever we start our Spring Boot application, every time it is going to generate a new password. See, now this time it has generated some other password. So whenever we start the Spring Boot app, a new random password is generated. So which is not recommended. Which is not recommended when we go with the consumer applications. So we cannot give this password every time, right? So how to go with this default credentials? What are the default credentials? Username is user and the password is the generated password. So to override the default credentials what it has generated, to override that we have to go to this file application.properties file. Here you can provide the details here, the username and password. How to provide? See, spring.security.user.name. User.name, I'm going with the username like Rajtech. Then spring.security.user.password, I'm going with Rajtech123. So this concept only what we call it as to override the default credentials, so that for the consumer application I can provide this username and password, right? Okay, so where to configure this? We have to open this application.properties file and we can override the default credentials. Now save this file. Now open browser, go with our API http://localhost:8080/hello. See, so here let me stop the project and let us run the project again. Run as Spring Boot app. Now observe here, in our console the password is not getting generated and Tomcat server started on 8080. Now let me open the browser, type the URL http://localhost:8080/hello. It's opening. Let me check over here. So send. See, it's saying see unauthorized. Now go with here basic authentication. So provide our username. What is our username? Rajtech, and provide the password here Rajtech123. Now click on send button. Now see, we are getting the result. Hello everyone. Right? So in browser it's just remembering the previous details. That's the reason it is showing our result. So we can check it in our Postman. So whether it is giving correct results or not. Okay. So if I am not going with any authorization, so it is saying see unauthorized. Only when I go with this basic authorization and we have overridden our username and password. So we have where we have overridden in application.properties file. So provide the username and password. What are the username and password we have given in application.properties file? Provide those details. Now see, we are getting the proper result. Right? So please practice this, very important one. Right? So thank you very much. See you in the next session.